I see you made it. You showed up. You obviously know where you are and what time it is, right? Obviously you know what time it is. Start counting.
The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
Hey, what's going on? And good morning. How are you doing out there in the land of the internet, my friends of the web and constituents all over the place? How are you guys doing? I see that I have a viewer, and that's really cool. Boy, oh boy, we are about to get started here. Maybe, just maybe. Hold on just 1 second. Let's change a few things. Last minute production note. So how's your day doing? And how's your Tuesday going? Have you been out doing some fun, doing anything wild and crazy that keeps you feeling young, alive, and new? You know, I have to say that today marks a very special, a very special day for me. Today marks a day that I am out of Facebook jail, y'all. Yeah, that's right. I am out of Facebook jail today. I did 99 days in a row. So today's going to be the first day that I'm out on the run. I'm running clear and I'm free. And you guys are with me. So since we're out free, you know what to do. Well, it seems like it's been a forever since we've actually got to sit and talk, has it not? Last time I talked to you guys, well, I believe I was in Arizona. I was looking at a new home and looking at new ideas of running to Arizona. Well, it's happening. My house finally got sold, went through escrow, and we're now finally closing up the deal so I can move. This makes me very nervous. You know, moving is one of those things that it should make you nervous. moving's up there with going to get your teeth pulled and speaking in front of large groups of people. For some people, man, like realtors, tycoons, and people who have, really nothing to lose, it's easy for them to go along with it, put the money in there and do it. For those of us who are meager folk that are making it and just getting by, we have to think constantly where the dollar goes, buy groceries. That's not what I'm here to say today. I am here to say it's probably brought to you today by crude. Have a cup of crude today, and hopefully your cup of crude works for you. Have you had a cup of crude today? Some people just don't understand it. To them, they're just not into the crude thing. I mean, oil, that is. Or even coffee. I prefer mine on the ice. Today's festivities, are going to be really interesting. If you like what you see today, or you like what I do, and even remotely, you can be able to find me today. You will be able to find me today on the IWK at 4 o'clock. I'll be doing a Sesh with the IWK. I got a few little things in store for it. Made up a few little reels and a few things that should be kind of, fun to watch and to get into. So, I always like to start my day off with a positive thought. No, I am not too much for the universe. No, it is not too much for me, and I deserve every piece that I get. All right, I'm supposed to play an audio clip behind it, but it didn't, so it's going to be one of those days. It's going to be, oh, well, it doesn't really matter what kind of day it is because we got coffee, right? I know that everyone likes their coffee a certain way, whether it's on the ice, whether it's pure black. I have friends that love their black coffee, which is great. I have other friends that think I'm nuts because I like it cold. I know a lot of people that my ears are ringing that don't even like coffee at all, which to each their own. I mean, there's people that don't like Mountain Dew, but there's people that will go out and buy tons of things like that. So there's definitely a place and a thing for all of us today. Seems like someone's phone's going off in the distance. It's gonna be one of those days today. Hold on for a moment, folks. I'll give you guys a video to watch. Well, you know what? We'll get a commercial out of the way early this morning.
Hey, hi, my name is John Mark, aka Sublimator Warrior, and I would like to welcome you to Smoke Signal in Tyndinaga.
One dab make your whole dome drip sweat. One dab make the homies all dip set. One dab, only really need one dab. One dab.
Smoke Signal is a medical dispensary where you can get all your products and needs.
Vaping a whole bunch. Might just start laying off the blunts. God. Ooey, ooey, gooey, that's a sticky dab. Sticky dab. Might just have to put this one on Instagram. Go and hold it in, feel it in your ribs.
So come and check us out in Tyndinaga. 55 Highway 49 in Tyndinaga. It's on the res, and we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
Tune in daily to NOK Network's diverse podcasting lineup. Ganja News Update, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Tara Simpson and Ron McNabb. Waking Up with the Wayniac, Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific with Wayne Cruz from sunny California. Grow 420, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern with Ron McNabb. Psychedelic Reporters, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Hobbies Puppets and Tara Simpson. Peace, News and Views, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Sir Steve-O and Kim Cooper. Thursdays we have Open Your Eye with Kim Cooper and Tara Simpson, 8 p.m. Eastern. Followed by Thursday Night Vibes at 9:15 p.m. Eastern with Master and Mama Rochi. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh airs 7 nights a week with our rotating joint hosts nightly at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for tuning in to all the podcasting on NOK Network.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine, and she is spreading that education across the North. Activism, referrals, resources, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no, sir, to propaganda with No Sir. Find them at www.nocer.ca.
Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at knocknetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@noknetwork.com.
Hey, dudes and dudettes. Enjoy the show, man.
Well, you're back, and I'm glad you made it back. You know, yeah, I can watch people just leave when they see the commercials. I know, it's not a whole lot of fun. They're probably not commercials you're used to seeing, or if you've been around here long enough, you are used to seeing them, depending on that. You know, I had a sleep last night that was great, but then I woke up around 5 o'clock this morning thinking about all kinds of stuff. And, you know, it's stuff that you can't really fix. It's not stuff that you can do, because when you're about to move, you're going through this thing where you're thinking about every possible thing that you own. You're thinking about every possible thing that you need to do. And the idea behind it is that, you know, you've helped people. Most of you have helped people. I'm imagining your parents and yourself have got yourself out there to reach out to your community and give a helping hand, which is always good. A helping hand always feels glorious. Problem is, with most helping hands, there's no reciprocating. There's nothing that comes back off it. So what happens is give, people take, and then you kind of lose that drive to help. But no, I'm not losing the drive to help, because in this afternoon and this time, we have to do what is right by us, because it is your family, right? So today is going to be more packing, more storing of boxes, more bullshit. That's going to be one I'm going to make, by the way. So, hey, you know what? I think we should just take a little stroll out to the garden. Let's go out to the garden. Come on. If you didn't know, or maybe you will know, all the content on this page is created by myself, except for commercials that are made by the NOK Network. So if you're watching stuff and you like what you see, all the music and all that footage that you see is either my creation or something that I work on myself. But you know what? I think it's time to take you to our secret hiding spot so we can get crazy and start getting a little bit of fun on. Guys, strap in. Let's get out of here. Oh, I was rocking out and jamming out to the drums and air drumming it. Our first stop leads us to a very unique place. First unique place that I'd like to show you and talk about is the Waste. The Waste is a small place out here in the ruins that we have that it seems like someone left an abandoned boys camp turned into an art project. Take a look at this. Only here. Go ahead. Right here. Right there. It's become a dumping ground for artists out there. It's a kind of, how would I say, for those of you who don't live here, it's out on the edge of nowhere. It's out. I live currently at 7th Street East in Lancaster, and that where you just saw that video takes place at 157th and G, I believe. So it's out there. That goes by alphabets. It's way out there in the middle of nowhere. People go out there and they do a lot of art, and they shoot a lot of guns and shoot a lot of videos. I was really impressed when I find it. Every time I find that, I love walking through it, take my camera, and I try to capture it in its, can't say its entirety because there's so much stuff there to see that I'm unable to get. But I will say that I like to capture the essence of the place because the place is definitely kind of got its own vibe. Oh, so if you just showed up, thanks for hanging out with me and checking out the NOK and coming and seeing all the other platforms and all the other people that you can see. If you would like to see more and you do like this, what you're witnessing, I will be doing an NOK session this evening where you can come check out me and a little smoke session. We have another adventure to go on. I went to an adventure this weekend. Unfortunately, when I got there, my body decided that it didn't like it, and I got really sick. I ended up coming home. So instead of, capturing it the way that I wanted, I did get some video, I did get some pictures, but instead I'll just play this video for you. 2 man enter, 1 man leaves. Wasteland weekends in the Mojave Desert. Guys go out, girls go out, people act like they're in a It's actually a really cool experience. If you haven't done it or if you want to do it, check it out. Tickets usually start and they will sell out so quick, man. And that's going to be one of the events in California that I will definitely miss when I leave California. I'm not even going to joke with you. But with that being said, there are so many other weekends that you can do. Neotropolis is another really cool event that happens out there in the desert and the wasteland as well as Burning Man, but that's a different desert unto itself. And, there's lots of partying going on. You can find your party no matter what your party is, no matter who your party is. If you like 70s movies and big mustaches, you'll find it at these parties. If you like disco music and nose piercings and tattoos, you will totally find it at these parties. It's very irrelevant, the fact that it doesn't matter what you're into, because you're going to find something. You'll find something that you enjoy, and you'll find something that you find completely abstract, and you'll find something that is just mind-boggling, that will make you quite literally like scratch the top of your head. And there's nothing you can do about it, because once you're doing it, you're there, and the experience is on. You don't get a choice to change the experience, because most of the time you're riding along in the passenger seat with other people who are in the driver's seat of this experience. Now, in most of this, you want to be in control. Therefore, when you go, you want to go with a pack of people, and you want to hang out with people, and all the party etiquette that you have heard your whole life. Now, with that being said, coffee. I love it. Cold, hot, black, white, blonde, all the above.
Well, there went my Uber.
Those are called bucking boards. A bucking board, or an Ohio, depending on where you're from, was the head of the class, man, when they were riding those things across the United States for comfort. Believe that. Those were equal to the Lincoln Continental of the day back when you were a kid. The big Lincoln with the electric windows. You can climb across everything. It had leather seats. Now, mind you, their windows were nothing more than canvas tarps that they would roll down. You would sit 4 people. Heaven forbid that you were a tall guy or a tall girl like myself, because then you're sitting knee to knee with people. And what would normally be an 8 to 9 hour ride in a car for us now would be into like 16 to 30 hours in a carriage. And it's not very fun, because what happens is you suddenly realize how fun your life really is, because now you're surrounded with people you can't do anything about.
Well, once again, here we are, being family and friends out here in Armador County, or as I should say, Plymouth. Come on out, steampunks. That's right, you heard me right. Steampunks. I'm not really sure what it is, but it is. You should come out and see my friends. Oh, my friends, wild bunches of us. And remember, if you can't get it right and you don't want to do it right, you can join the Black Flag Gang, because there is only one way out of here.
Wowzers. How about that? That guy's just nothing but a bolsterous jerk. The Black Flag Gang is a club that I'm a part of. I will always be a part of, whether I live in California or in another state. But we are an interactive entertainment group of actors that are a bunch of cowboys, outlaws, pirates. And we go and we work different functions so people can have a docence to history. And yes, docence to history. We like to guide people through the whole concept that you're going to live through your history. I don't know. do a lot of people do? Does anybody do that nowadays? I don't think anybody does that anymore. I mean, do you do that?
Imagine in this day and age that when you have an outhouse problem, that it's pretty simple to solve. You just got to reach in there all the way to your elbow, and you just got to slurp up a little bit.
Drunken debauchery, man, is there ever an excuse for it? Ever? Of course there is. You know, all you can do is laugh when you watch back on videos and you watch back on clips, and you start to think like, boy, oh boy, you know, what were you thinking is that you're here hanging out with me this morning? Thanks for joining me. Guys, if you like what you see and you want to see more, we will be doing an IWK session this evening at 4-ish. We'll be doing an actual West Coast 420 session for my friends and my brothers and my sisters who didn't or maybe wanted to get to see it. But for now, I thought I'd maybe give you guys a few views. That's what kind of friend I am, see? I'm the kind of friend that takes you to the ocean, takes you to the mountains, takes you to the 1800s, and I even take you to post-apocalyptic future. Well, if everything goes right, hopefully your post-apocalyptic future is not viewed in color, but in black and white.
There is no stopping in the white zone. The white zone is for loading of passengers, and there is no stopping in the red zone. With the passenger who left once again, there is no stopping in the white zone. The white zone is for loading of passengers, and there is no stopping in the red zone.
Passengers, as you board the plane, please stow your emotional baggage in the overhead compartments and keep your negativity and bad attitude in space.
Well, it's happening. I decided to take you on another trip this morning. So unfortunately, I have to get through TSA. I hope I'm not carrying anything that's going to get you in trouble. I hope we're going to be cool. I hope I think we made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cloud City. The local time is 4:20. There is no stopping in the white zone. The white zone is for loading of passengers, and there is no stopping in the red zone. Keep the aisles clear until we are at the parking gate. Thank you. Your window, you might want to position out the big car just attention all passengers to this train are.
Alrighty, that's what I need. I just need to hear a little bit of something just to get my blood pumping, get myself surging out there. I know you're probably thinking, blood pumping, surging. What are you talking about? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. In the random, strange, weird news, a junk dealer's wife hates his horrible painting. It turns out that it was a $6 million Picasso. What would you do if you got a $6 million Picasso out there and you got rid of it because your wife didn't like the way it looked? George, let me clean this up here. George, the Albanian alligator, is now on a rampant run again in New York City. Be warned if you've seen him. George is friendly. George is a 25-foot crocodile that lives in the sewers. Holy crap. I tripped over my cat, but now somehow I suffered a car crash injuries. What's up with people? Sometimes they have the weirdest things happen to themselves. Maybe it's the luck or something. Do you think maybe? A junk dealer's wife hates his horrible painting. This turns out to be a $6 million Picasso. Every time I hear that, it just kind of runs electricity up my spine. I thought of it, that you might do that. A woman named Marijuana Pepsi from birth doesn't smoke weed or drink soda, but will never change her name. Now, I know someone named Pepsi, actually. I know someone whose middle name is Pepsi, so I can actually verify that I have met some people with some strange names, whatever your name is, because your family has meaning to it. I don't know. Man chops up his own penis and stores severed parts in a jar to snow after eating magic mushrooms. Okay. Man chops up his own penis and stores severed parts in a jar of snow after eating magic mushrooms. All right, I don't know what kind of magic mushrooms he's on. I've never had that heavy of magic mushroom trip. Migraine sufferers are using vibrators to use on their head to relieve the pain. But is it worth all the buzz? I don't know. I'm not really entirely sure about that. I'm a mom. Here's how my missing body parts have helped me pay my mortgage. You know, if your mortgage is bad enough that you're selling body parts and you're selling organs to pay it, that would be a problem. You probably live in Los Angeles. I found a stranger sleeping under my house. I confronted her, and she argued with me. Imagine that, or you hear some sounds under your house one day, just some weird sounds, whatever it may be. You go down, you go to move the crawl space, it's been moved, and you're wondering what is going on. So you grab your pistola, and you go walking in down there with your flashlight, you know, getting ready to see what's going on. Creep down there to find a young lady wrapped up in a sleeping bag under your house. And then when you ask her to leave, she's like, no. I'm not sure how I'd react. You'd probably have to drag them out. I only ate sardines for 3 months. I was shocked by the results. Well, the results is that it changes your salt and protein count. So you definitely see like a rainbow. This lost art is one thing millennials and Gen Zs agree upon. Yes, we all agree upon that things are getting definitely difficult and strange. Dominic, the 27-foot doll in town square, terrifies locals. No one's ever seen anything quite like it. I think some people take this Halloween thing, I would never say a bit far, because personally, I'm a huge fan of the dark and the macabre. And I think that Halloween should be shared by all friends, families, all alike. So everyone can have that same fun experience. Because, I mean, clearly, people need to, get out and do some stuff, right? Okay, yes, Thunderdome. I'm sorry, I didn't realize the comments were over there, so you do have to please bear with me. I'm moving to Tombstone, Arizona. Live toad found in grocery salad bag after baffling experts try to pinpoint its origin. Can you imagine that? You get a bag of groceries, you go home, and it's like moving around. You happen to open it, there's a frog in there. It freaked me out. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure that would do it for me. Detroit Borgenton Ball turns out to be Willy Wonka Fray Festival style scam with strippers and Kit Kat bars. Okie dokie. How you can dress up sexy. Wait up. Okay, now you can dress up aseptic and okay. Lame, not going to read certain stuff just because we don't need that in our life. NASA finds bizarre stripping zebra rack. Okay, let me reread this because it doesn't make sense. NASA finds bizarre strip zebra rock on Mars. It signs out that it's an exciting discovery to come to the future. These signs are signs of water, indigenous water, and air. So we're going to have to find out what's going on. You know what? Arizona is definitely a wonderful and beautiful place to see if you do get a chance to go see it. There's more to it than just the cowboy stuff that I'm into. There's quite a bit to see, but I am cowboy stuff, so that's kind of high on the list. Tombstone is definitely high on the list only because of what it stood for, what it is, and what people like about it. Yep, that's it. But what's up, hotties? How are you doing, my good friend? That's nice. Reservation is a unique place there. I can't go to the reservation, but it's very nice that you want to go to. Their weed shops on the reservation are pretty cool. Hello, Miss Cooper. I was bullied by my wedding guest. Here's why I invited 25 of them in 6 weeks before the ceremony. I think some people take this wedding thing way too far. I mean, it's pretty insane. Does this 1941 photo include an iPad? Get the hell out of here. Some shocking viewers think so. This is the Twilight Zone theme. Gym junkies armed to explode while doing pull-ups, CrossFit challenge, and this is a wake-up call for most people working out. I don't know. I'm all over the place here. I'm trying to answer and do a little bit of what news here. Yeah, you know what? Left, you will get hired in the Wild West movie. Well, Wild West movies out there are a dime a dozen. Everyone films a lot of movies out in Arizona. There are a lot of cowboy movies, including yours truly, filming my own out there. Don't tell them when you take his ashes there. Just do it because it is against the law to do that. You don't want to do that. What's up, Miss Danielle? It's another Cooper, Kim Cooper and Danielle Cooper. All these, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I did not have a chance this morning to share out, so hopefully you guys get a chance to find it and all the shares work. Westerns are a weird thing because for me growing up, it was not my favorite genre. My dad was into Westerns, and I always thought, boring. And then when I started working with the reenactment groups doing Western work, I suddenly realized I enjoy. Now, the enjoyment comes from a big part of it's the people that you're interacting with. It's the vibration that you're carrying with you, because some people really, let's just be honest. We do not want to forget about our history. Our history in the West was pretty insane. You got to remember, the Wild West was not tamed. The Wild West grew out of itself and turned into civilization. It wasn't something that the government came in and broke it loose, or even the Indian Divide, or no, this was purely, it grew out of itself. The times changed. The evolution of change that happened was technologically, we got into other things that people wanted to see. So cowboys, horses, Indians, these were stories that no one wanted to see. Then when you had Hell on Wheels, Tombstone, these shows that really give us that look that people want, people fell in love with it again, and it really took over and really came back for people because of Wild West movies and that genre. See the wild faces from the world. Oh my God, the world greening. I'm reading this right. The World Greening Championship. What the hell? 200-year-old message revealed, a note of archaeologists have found. I've always wondered about that. When they find old notes and old things, are they able to decipher them, or are they in such a language that is so very old that it's just like they can't even? I'm always curious to that. Yeah, Arizona again was never a place that I was ready to run to. I never had my mind set on going to Arizona. I went there on a vacation to go see a friend of mine, a few friends, and I fell in love. So it was pretty cool. So I decided from that point on, I was gonna do my hardest and try to move there if I got a chance. But I don't know. Now I got a chance. Here's your chance. Did you know that asking for help is a sign of self-respect, self-awareness? Maybe you didn't know that. Changing my mind is a strength. It's not a weakness. Wow, that's heavy. Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. Every decision that I make is supported by my whole and inaugurable experience. I affirm and encourage others as I do to myself. You know, when we give out affirmations, some people just find them to be just plain simply dumb, a waste of breath, a waste of time. We wake up in the morning and we look around, we put those sticky notes everywhere that tells us these affirmations. I do that. You suddenly realize that, man, can you achieve these things throughout your day-to-day goal? You know, affirmation number 1. Yeah, asking for help is a sign of self-respect. Man, it's about self-awareness. It's about making sure that yourself is taken to the next level, being a better person. If you're sharing the light with everybody, you have to realize that sometimes it's not an easy task. And you have to realize that sometimes the light is held by people that don't necessarily want to keep your best interest in it. Or sometimes they don't want to keep the light out there for everyone to share. Sometimes people are just illuminating the way so they can follow you. They want to pick up the pieces. I am held and supported by those who love me. It's pretty insane, right? That's an affirmation that I think we should all hold on to. I am in charge of how I feel, and I choose to feel happy. That's like a Mike Tyson punch. That is like, that's a left hook that you didn't even see coming, you know? I am loved and I am worthy. Well, now that seems pretty obvious. For some people, that is an everyday thing that we wake up knowing that, well, duh. But for some, they don't hear that every day. For some people, they don't realize that they matter so very much. Think about that. Not knowing your self-worth and how much you matter. Whew, man. I am optimistic because today is a new day. Can I ask you guys a question? Does this sound hokey to you? Does all this sound like some weird mumbo jumbo weird bumper sticker shit? Well, if it does, then maybe you're in the right place. I am peaceful and whole. You know, I'm working on that one. That's one that I am working on right now. I am peaceful. Whole, I'm still working on it. I will be out of Facebook jail, and I'll show you guys all the parts. You know, I'm joking. Today on the IWK, we'll talk a little more about that in detail. You guys can get it. I am proof enough of who I am and what I deserve. Hell yes, I am. I am responsible for myself. And I start right here. You know, when you think about these for a moment, affirmations become almost like plates of armor that you're putting on. Each plate does something different for you, and it gives you a new strength. This is not a positive moment or giving you a positive thing or even giving you tough love, as we called it. It's just knowing when you have all these things answered for yourself and you can answer these for yourself, it kind of sets up the next motion. Now, if you're doing things out of nefarious reasons and you're setting things up out of pure delight to watch people fall, crumble, that's called a destructive narcissist. But that's a different class for a different day. I am worthy of investing in myself. Sorry about my voice there, guys. Got a little crackly. I belong here and I deserve to take up space. That is one that meant so much to me when I read that this morning. Last night, I was like, wow, that is so very deep. I breathe in trust. I exhale doubt. You know, when we find doubt, trust, when we feel like we're getting down that road, there are things we can do to fix it. What do you do to fix it? Do you have another drink? Do you have another smoke? Do you get naked with your wife? Do you run around the backyard screaming profanities? I don't know. I can control how I respond to things that are confronting. Oh, that's a hard one right there. You remember the word can was in there, right? Now, I can means that I have control. And that's a very hard one right there because some people lose the fact that they can. And they just fall into their base instinct and get angry. Whew. I deserve affirming touch on my own terms. So heavy duty. It sounds very touchy-feely hippie style, doesn't it? But the idea is that when you start believing it, it makes you strong, man. It makes you calloused. It gives you this outward energy that helps. I know you guys are like, this is not what we want to hear, Wayne. We don't care about this positive affirmation stuff. Well, here, I got one for you guys.
Can't argue with stupid. You just can't.
No, you can't. The idea is not even to try. The idea is to keep your circle tight, so all you can do is carry on and have that moment, right? What kind of show would this be if I didn't show you one of my favorite clips of all time? I was there.
And we're going to do it. I need dead silence. And then when I get it all the way down, I'm going to turn so you can all see it. And you're going to erupt in applause.
This is weird.
Yes? Yes?
My ex
Okay, I believe you. Here we go. Dead silence.
I love watching that video clip. No matter how many times I've watched it, it never gets old. And I mean, no. And when I say it never gets old, I mean, it never gets old. You know, as I go around the community at large and I watch different people's things, different people's videos, and different people's actions, I end up wanting to do more. And by doing more, you know, that whether that's Burning Man, whether that's the ocean, whether that's Wasteland Weekends or whatever it is. By the way, if you guys missed it, I will play it one more good time for you since you guys just showed up late to the party. Was it too violent for you guys? Was it too crazy for you guys? Was it too much for you guys this fine day to go out to the wasteland and see things like that? I don't know. I don't judge. I just know that sometimes the wastelands can be a bit much, especially if you've never gone out and witnessed it before. Excuse me. All you need to do is watch a good movie like Road Warrior, Mad Max, Furiosa, Thunderdome, any of those movies. Those are movies that are very close to that. Give you a good idea of what we're doing. Today, you can find me on the IWK, guys, and I hope you do join me. You know, all you have to remember are these simple words. I have everything I need to succeed. For hanging out with me this fine day and having some fun with me, guys. I will be back this evening on the IWK. You can find me at 4 o'clock-ish, your time, my time, all the time. I hold wisdom beyond knowledge. That's another one, really good one to hold on to. Guys, I hope to see you then. I do hope that we get to have fun. I hope the rest of your day is full of outstanding funness. I know, yes, I said that, outstanding funness. Now, I don't mean walking around Walmart. I don't mean going to the Salvation Army. I'm talking about some serious funness. Guys, get outside. Be good to yourself. And remember, I have everything I need, and I will succeed.